Last week, we bought a banged up old G60 Patrol.
Oh, we are hemorrhaging oil.
Right now, we're in the middle of our adventure to the southernmost pub in Australia.
Oh, door's gonna come off the wheel. Okay.
We drove her over 200 k's south to Hobart without any coolant. Gave her a bit of a birthday. And now we're out on the tracks, slowly making our way south, avoiding the blacktop at all costs.
What happened?
Whilst things started well, now they ain't looking too good now.
Come on, one more. Okay.
After driving through a few bog holes, we've come unstuck. The car's just stopped, exactly where you don't want it to stop.
Well, I could just get into that.
Now, we think water has gotten into the dizzy somewhere, because we just don't have enough spark to turn the engine over. So the current plan is to slowly but surely take everything that we can apart, flush her out, and hope that we can get it started.
Hope so.
Well, they're pretty simple.
They are pretty simple. If that doesn't work, we're buggered, mate.
It's actually a fair walk too. Like, I don't particularly want to do it.
Let's try and get that back on. Why does this happen when you're in the worst position
In a bog hole
possible? I can't go. Yep.
You got it?
On.
All right, hang on.
Give that a go.
Hang on. All right, here we go. Fingers crossed.
Come on. Come on. Come on. One more. Yes!
Oh, yes!
Yes!
That quick,
is
get
a
it,
sound of sweet success.
Oh,
And that, unfortunately for Shauno, is the smell of success. Nothing like a face full of fuel, and God knows what.
Get away from it. Oh, in.
See if it'll drive out in its own steam.
Yep. Oh, what a small cab. Oh, I'm sitting on the spanners. Okay, you ready?
Okay, give it a go.
Yes! Yes!
Yes! How good is that?
Yes!
Every now and again you just need a win, and that was our win. I can't believe we got that out.
You better believe it, Shauno. Like I said, mate, nothing can stop a Nissan. Well, after that little hiccup, we're finally back on our way, and with a bit of time to make up as well. We're still over a day's drive from our destination, but Shauno reckons he knows a few shortcuts to get us there. This sounds like trouble to me. Let's see where it gets us.
Oh, there's some big boy rocks at the top though.
There are.
What line am I going to take?
Trolley boy line.
Oops, let me get at that.
I reckon she'll lead it up.
Yeah, that way. No. Oh yeah. I was thinking up. I can get up there. If I go left into it,
Yeah.
just skip that rock.
Holy heck. Yes.
No,
So close.
that was. It's not the line I wanted to take, to be honest. It slipped over.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's much fun to drive this in. Might just try that one.
Yeah, give that a go. I reckon that'll be challenging because you got that
That will be.
thing at the top.
Hard.
Whoa!
Oh, I'm so close.
It's terrifying.
You're really going to drive it.
It's terrifying.
You're really going to drive it. Oh no.
No.
Oh no, I'm so late on a track and I can't go forward or back.
Oh dear.
Well, so much for that shortcut, Shauno.
Ah no. I think I've cooked this, mate.
I think you have.
Not the line I wanted to take, I slipped off, obviously, and now I'm sideways on a track.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame, but...
It is a shame.
Oh yeah, it's a big rock here. That'll do it. That's why.
We've been snicked.
I'd have to... If I could turn around this hill...
You're going to come hard left, I think.
Yeah, big rock there.
I think it's proper stuff, yeah. Should have just gone out there.
Yeah.
Mate, you absolutely cooped this.
Well, we've, if you look it up in the dictionary under K, the kook,
There's a picture of him. Oh, what are you going to do, mate?
Yeah, I'm sort of stuck. Just trying to get up the hill, and somehow I'm now facing most of the way down the hill sideways on a track. Very slippery, and I just couldn't quite get the line I was after, unfortunately. So I made a bit of a fool of myself here. Sideways on a track, pointing downwards. We're gonna have a go at the max track, see if I can bump over this rock. It's like a big wheel shock. If I can get over that, then maybe I'll have half a chance of getting down here. There you go with those.
Got him, mate. Can you hold it forward? Beautiful.
That's what we wanted.
That's perfect. Exactly what we wanted.
That's what we wanted.
Hard right. Oh, we are hemorrhaging oil. Hard right hand down and out. That's it. All we needed. Holy heck. Did Sean just have an accident? That's one way to stop, I guess. How good are brakes? I got a newfound appreciation for being able to stop. I tell you what. Mark it there, mate. Thing's stuck again.
Stuck again.
Yep. Drive it. Well, what can I say? You made that look really hard.
Put those max tracks back in.
Keep walking, Tiger.
What do you mean?
You totally cooked that. You went backwards on the track. You turned around, came back down again.
I tried to drive up it, no, I was coming around.
You're having too much fun. I'll have a go at this bad boy.
Yeah, you need to, because I think I properly cooked that.
You did.
Jump in.
Let's have a go. Okay. That's enough of Sean's supposed shortcuts. We do actually want to make it to the pub. Can't complain about the scenery out here, though. It is beautiful. Oh, brake's been a bit sketchy, mate. I am just idling down the hill.
Yeah, taking it real easy.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. Sort of that time of day, though, mate. I think, I don't know, campsite.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, wouldn't mind just rolling a bit of canvas out, mate. Maybe a bit of a fire.
Get a fire going.
Oh, a bit of a brewski.
Brewski, swags next to the old car.
Yeah.
What a ripper.
Oh, thoroughly enjoyed myself today, mate.
Yeah, she's a good old jigger, isn't she?
I can tell, because you're smiling from ear to ear like a chimp, mate.
Hey.
You're having a time of your life, aren't you?
I don't know. This thing is, it's stolen my heart. I absolutely love it. You've done well. You've done really well.
Oh, it's good. It's a good jigger, mate.
I'm going to say it. Never been jealous of one of your vehicles in the past. Right now?
Right now you are.
I am.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Well, boys and girls, it doesn't get much better than this. This is what life is all about. It just goes to show, you don't need a monster on 35s to have the absolute time of your life. Heck, as long as it's got 4 wheels, room for a swag and an esky, fill her up with a tank of fuel, get out there and explore. And an old jigger like this, well, heck, you sure know you're alive when you're driving this thing. If you had your eyes closed, you'd almost think you're in a tumble dryer. It may not be graceful, but she gets the job done. And for a 50-year-old vehicle, what else can you ask for?
What a day,
Mate, absolutely cracked it. I'm just stoked that we finally got the beast on the road.
And
after picking it up from a off-road, after picking it up from a bush block in the middle of nowhere.
I know, mate.
Started first go.
What I can't get over with a couple of basic mods, and I'm talking real basic, this thing is like a little mountain goat. It just goes everywhere.
The difference it made too, I mean, we had to do a little bit of blacktop to get here. The difference those mods have made on-road as versus to off, of course, huge, massive.
Suspension, it actually drives quite nice.
You can take
new tyres, it's got heaps of grip. It surprises me, you know. We had a couple of little hiccups, like you said, but we're here now.
I'm growing more and more attached to it.
Yeah, well, at least one of us is. No, I think it's pretty cool too.
It's an absolute beast, mate. I love it.
I think it's today it sort of proved itself, if you know what I mean.
It has, cracking day today. We've got a big day tomorrow too. We've got a long way to go to get into the pub. A couple of backtracks if you don't mind, if we could. Just to stretch your legs a bit.
Yeah, I'd prefer to stay off the main roads if possible in that thing.
No problem with it.
Well, imagine if someone sees me in that.
Well, you've already got a reputation, mate. You know, it's not going to go any worse. That thing's an absolute weapon.
Yeah.
What do you got for dinner tonight? I didn't look in the esky.
No, it was pretty simple, mate. Just a couple of steaks. I'm going to chuck over the fire. I'm just going to wait till those, you know, get a few coals on the bottom there. That's all I need. I'll just grill a couple up. And that'll be us, I reckon. A couple of cold beers, a couple of steaks.
Into the swag and into it tomorrow?
I think so.
Lovely, mate.
I think so. Cheers, bud.
Cheers, buddy.
What a day.
Nice one. And on that note, I think it's time we get stuck into dinner before hitting the sack. We have a pub to get to tomorrow, and who knows what the old jigger's going to throw at us next.
basically jazz it up a little bit of cheese on top. Just because you're doing it tough in an old truck doesn't mean you can't eat well.
There's some theories out there that say,
Ooh,
it ain't camping if you ain't roughing it. It's not a theory I subscribe to.
mate, nothing like bad camping, just bad preparation.
The grass is always greener over the septic tank.
Takes one to know one.
You pocket a billiard ball, you've got two in your pocket, there's less in your hand.
It's less. You've got to sometimes grab the bull by the horns.
And ride it to the end. Can you pass me the mate?
Yep.
Well, there you have it. Words to live by. Advice for all the young players out there. Rightio, folks, let's talk cracking deals. 4wheeldrive247.com has got one for you. We're talking a 44-litre My Coolman fridge, the very same fridge that Shauna and I have tortured across Australia. We threw one in the back of the 47 and went up the Cape. I reckon it was underwater more times than it was on dry land. Never skipped a beat, kept the beers cold the entire trip. Now, they retail at around $1,265, but at 4wheeldrive247.com, letting them go for just $949. Plus, we're going to throw in 2 free magnetic snatch stubby holders for absolutely nothing. There are only 100 of these units out there, folks, so once they're gone, you miss out. I suggest you get on board lickety-split and head to the website, 4wheeldrive247.com. We wake up to a thick, foggy Tassie morning. There's a bit of rain on the forecast today, so we're not going to hang around. After a quick brew, it's time to pack up camp, put the swags in the tray, and hit the tracks. We've got a couple more tracks to get through on the way to the pub, and as long as the old girl holds up, we'll be sinking a beer before we know it.
Oh, look at that. That's a bog hole. What do you reckon? I don't think you'll make this. Oh, far out. Look at that go. Yes, it's got a rocky face. Oh, come on. Yes. Oh, be careful. Careful.
Careful, I am. Oh, the elbow.
Rig, what a rig.
Oh, nearly broke the elbow.
Yes. Oh, that's a noise. Be careful on it. Oh, be careful.
That could be us, Charlie.
No, we got this. Back. And hard. Yeah, you got it. You got it. No, you don't have it.
Maybe I don't. We're obviously stuck. We're stuck.
Oh, no.
We're really stuck.
I'll push you.
Say when, Captain.
Yep. Yeah! We got it! Woo! Bit of teamwork makes the dream work. It was just hung up on these rocks. And I think it was both the leaf springs were just sort of touching and just needed a little bit of momentum. The old girl lives on.
Holy heck. That was next level. With the last of the bog holes behind us, we head back to the dirt roads and continue our journey to the pub.
Mate, have a go at this, eh?
Look at the view here. Is this the Huon River?
This is the Weld River.
Weld or the Huon?
I think it's the Weld.
Okay, let's go with that.
I don't know, but it's beautiful.
Isn't it though? Jesus, up too, gee whiz.
Yeah, there's a lot of water in there. Look at this.
Water.
Driving an old G60 on the back roads around Tasmania,
How
mate.
good is it, mate?
Look at that. Stunning.
That is good. Look at the water coming out of that stream down there.
Well, this would be a good spot to break down. You could go trout fishing for a
You
couple
really
of
could
days.
just leave the vehicle, go trout fishing. What a stunner.
What a stunner, mate. It absolutely is.
Something about back roads and old trucks, mate.
It really gets
Changing
me
gears
going.
with the synchros. Oh yes, get in there.
Nice change.
Oh. Love this thing.
I love the fact that you're loving it so much. Even with a couple of the hiccups, mate, it's still getting the job done, isn't
Doesn't
it?
take me away for anything. Love it.
We said to the G60 before we started, we want you to take us to the southernmost pub in Australia for a beer, and it's sort of holding on just enough to go, you know what? I've got a job to do.
Cannot guarantee it's going to turn around and go back from the pub.
Ah, it's all right. As long as it gets us there, mate.
Well, I may have spoken a bit too soon there. We hadn't ventured much further down the road and suddenly things have gone a bit pear-shaped. If it is what I think it is, we can still get to the pub. We can 100% still get to the pub. I've just got to take that front drive shaft out.
And the 2 CVs. Axles.
No, if the front drive shaft. Oh.
Still got to spin when the wheels spin. So axles are in it.
Yes. It's a lot of work.
It's a big job. It's both. It's a front end full stripped, plus the prop shaft.
So the basics of what happened is we're just coming down. Luckily, I just turned a corner and slowed right down because I've been on the blacktop. Would have been exciting. But yeah, front just bound up on me. I thought something had happened at the rear of the vehicle. I just in the moment didn't really realise what it was, but the front just bound up on me fully and just sent me skidding off the road.
It's probably happened as a couple of teeth have broken off the crown wheel and have jammed into the gears. And
I heard that earlier on. About a kilometre back, I just heard a crung, like a noise.
Yeah.
Straight and a vibration.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a game changer.
We might need to try and put in low range and drive it. You're going to do that, and I'll just listen and have a look.
I really want to do that.
It's going to make a horrible, horrible noise if the front diff is broken and it has a tooth in there.
Yep.
It's not ideal to do, but we're just trying to diagnose at this stage. It might even be the front diff. Imagine it was just a CV, that'd be good.
It's not a CV, I don't think.
It's not a CV.
Yeah, no, that's not what you want at all. This could really be a game changer here, folks.
So that's your problem.
This doesn't look good at all.
Thinking maybe to Australia's most southern pub.
No. No, we're not. Well, there's no other option here but to start pulling it apart and see if we can figure out a fix to get us over the line. We're going to try and get this drive shaft out and see if we can free these wheels up by taking the drive flange off these hubs here. If we can, we should be able to drive the vehicle out of here. If we can't, then we'll reconvene. The meeting will continue. The vehicle is new to both of us, so we'll just have to learn along the way. This potentially could be game over. Just trying to diagnose a mechanical fix like this takes time. Something we don't have a lot of as it is. Then, once we know what's wrong, we have to come up with a feasible solution with limited tools and supplies. Hang on, can I get it? No. So our first objective is to take out that drive shaft from the transfer case to the front diff, which frees up the rear to be our sole source of drive for the vehicle. After that, well look, it's just one problem at a time, but it's a good place to start.
In theory, this should work.
Yeah. It's the spirit.
Got it.
My goodness, do a bit of a nut and bolt check.
Yeah, mate, I've got one.
You know, it's moments like these, mate, I really wish I just worked a bit harder in my life and I could afford another Land Cruiser.
What are you talking about? This thing's still a beast.
You want to buy it off me? I'm going for a bargain price, mate. I don't actually. He's actually thinking about it. Look at him.
Wow.
I love the fact your motivation's still here.
I might make an offer.
Look, to be honest, we got that out.
Yeah.
If I can now get the CVs out or the start axles, get it to stop driving in the front to spin that diff.
We're good to go. Well, let's
we're
in
in
the pub.
two-wheel drive. If we made it to the southernmost pub in Australia, let's put it this way. All the Nissan fans in Australia have got to shout me a beer.
Yeah, all five of you. No, not true. I'm in love with this thing. It'll get us to the pub. I've got no doubt.
Yeah, I suppose they're old school. Not much to them.
No, there's not. A bit like me.
Yeah.
Not much to me.
All right, let's
Let's do these back up.
Yeah, good idea. We'll get all the bolts sorted because I've got a few going on here. Still spinning.
Fine.
Spinning though.
How's that work?
Like the prop shaft spinning, but
No.
uni.
No, it's still bound up.
Yeah. We're just checking if we could get away with not having to take the CVs out, because obviously the front axles are still going into the front centre, and as the tyres turn, we're just going to start trying to spin that front diff. So what we need to do is disarm all drive in the front end. So we've got to take those axles out. I was hoping there was like a drive flange on it, which would be a lot easier to take out, but I might have to jack it up, take a wheel off and see where we go from there.
To dismantle the whole front end isn't ideal to say the least. Taking out both CVs is still quite a job. and it's taken a lot of time to get this far already.
What's happening here? Why is it not? It's not spinning the. It's not spinning the diff anymore.
Why?
Yeah, why? Why do I know? That is the engagement plate. That is why. See that?
Ah!
That engages on here.
Yeah, and in other cars you can take that out.
Yeah, that's
Pop
right.
that back on.
That's right.
We can't with this.
So if you had like a cap so you didn't get like this, but without that, if you could remove that sleeve, which you can't.
It's all one piece.
It's all one piece. But see now it's got no drive.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's what you want. You can keep your bearings in there and everything. Because that gear there engages on that
Agreed.
onto this,
Agreed.
which gives you drive.
So you either remove that, or you remove that, or you leave that off that and put a cap on there.
Or you take the whole CV and everything out, but you don't need to do it.
No.
That's what I'm getting at. A bit of good news. Look, I'm learning my way around this vehicle. It's not that new to me. I mean, it's a bit like an 80 series really, but obviously it has constant drive, this vehicle, and this is a this little drive flange here. Once we take that off, of course, it can basically drive without engaging the axle into the center. So if we take the drive flange off, we should, on both sides, we should be able to drive without that diff moving at all, which is what we want. So the problem is though, of course, if you go off-road or your bearings are under here, all the grease, it's not very good for the vehicle. So we've got two choices: try and avoid mud. We're in Tassie, probably not going to happen, or any water for that matter. It's going to rain today, so even that will get this wet and the front bearings will go. Or we somehow make a cap up. I'm thinking if we've got an iron jack can or something like that, put a couple of holes in it and get just some sort of flat can here, and maybe just, you know, cut a hole. I don't know what we can do, something to try and stop some of that moisture getting in.
What seemed like an impossible fix, maybe, just maybe, might be fixable. A little dismantling, a little problem solving, and it looks like we have the beginnings of a
That's
plan.
going to work quite well.
And who knows, it might even work.
Yeah, both.
Well, let's get cracking. Time is getting the better of us, and there's a lot to do. Ow! Joking. Just joking. Always fool around with your mates when they've got hammers.
It's important too.
I see you were a surgeon in a previous life.
Always cut towards your friend.
Yeah. Mate, if this gets us to the pub, I will personally shout you the first beer.
You better get to that pub then. Yeah, you could actually.
Sneaky. Well, what do you reckon, mate? This is one of the prettier things we've done.
Definitely, mate. One of the more creative things as well.
If only we had some glue and some tinsel.
Oh, we could be number one in arts and crafts.
What's through the round hole? Make that real neat.
Real neat. Very good, boys. Dying.
Well, that looks bloody good in my opinion. We'll quickly knock over the other side, and it's time to see if it's going to get the job done. Okay, here goes nothing.
Well, all right.
Let's get into that in the guts.
No one to do light on passenger again, but just try not to break anything else, all right?
I'll do my best, mate.
Oh. Whoa.
Settle down.
All right, this is the big test. Two-wheel drive, and off we go. Please. Like a bought one, mate.
Mate, two-wheel drive action.
There we go. All right.
Onward to the most southerly pub in Australia in two-wheel drive.
Oh, I like the sound of this, mate.
It's only dirt roads, we should be right, mate.
It should be right from here, I think. Touch wood.
Let's cross our fingers. Two hands on the wheel, very sketchy. Well, that's definitely one bush mechanic fix for the book. We're back underway and on the home stretch now.
I'm gonna say, mate, I love driving this thing. It's, you know, it's dealt a few little trump cards out to us, but we've managed to get the thing going and get it all the way down here. It
For a
shouldn't be
50-year-old vehicle, though.
too long. This pub should be somewhere. Is that it?
That'd have to be it. Yeah.
Oh
Is there
yeah.
any pub down here?
I suppose.
That's got to be the one. You go by powers of deduction.
Well, as soon as I turn in this driveway, mate, indicator is on.
We've done it.
This thing's gonna wipe its own. It's just, I can feel it pulling. I can feel it pulling in.
No,
there.
that's actually the brakes.
Here we go, mate. We'll just park it right here in front
Park her
of
up the front, mate, because the only one's here. And don't forget you can't stop, so you'll need to preempt that for a bit.
Give it a pump. What a beast, hey?
That'll do us.
What an absolute...
Holy heck, southernmost pub in Australia.
We made
What
it
you done?
just like that. You can have a rest now, old girl.
She's done us proud. What a bus. I almost don't want to get out.
No, I do. It's been good. Hopefully you got a fire going in there, mate.
They will. Right, let's go in. Let's go in. Oh, what a bus. What a bus. Rightio. Age before beauty, mate. Cheers, mate. What a trip, Tassie.
Oh, it's been epic, mate, as
Turned
usual.
Turned it on.
To be able to do it in a cheap rig like this one, I mean, you know, it's certainly throwing a few curveballs at us.
Yeah, it is.
But we've got through. Here we are, having a beer at the southernmost pub in Australia.
Mate, what are your plans for the old girl?
Plans? Oh, I might take the tyres off it. I've got some plans for those. And then just probably try and flick it. I've got enough vehicles, to be honest with you. Look, it's a cool rig. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I've had a couple of really good days in this thing. But it's probably time for someone else to love it, you know?
So as far as you're concerned, it's done its job.
Yeah, exactly right. It's got us here. The most southern pub in Australia.
That in itself.
The scooter right now.
That in itself is pretty cool.
It's done its job.
If you don't mind, I've been doing a bit of thinking as I drive in here, and you know how I often delve into your fridge and I grab out the odd beer here and there. And
I've been keeping a bit of a tally, mate, and
I've been known to, and you know, feel a little bit guilty about it occasionally. What if I was to say to you, for 12 months, you don't have to go into your fridge ever on a camping trip?
What the sound of
Any
that?
pub we go into, beer's on me for 12 months from this date to today.
Yeah.
For 12 months.
Yeah, now I'm listening, yeah.
When we walked into this pub, I don't know whether you noticed, there's 2 pool tables in there, mate. What if we commandeered one? One game of pool, winner takes all.
So if I win,
Yes.
I get a year of free beers. No matter
100%.
where we are,
No questions asked.
and you're not going to take it out of my fridge anymore.
No, you can take them out of my fridge.
And if you win,
If I win,
you get that.
that's mine.
Job's on, mate.
Oh, hang on.
After you. I've been playing pretty good pool lately.
You have, actually?
And I don't know.
Oh.
Let's just see. Well, best of three. Or just one game. One game doesn't.
One game.
Let's go.
Oh, man, I'm really
go.
nervous.
Oh,
I'm a bit more nervous now.
It's exciting.
See you soon, old girl.
Someone will. Right, heads or tails, mate.
It's
Tails it is, I'll break.
down.
Nothing down, mate. Table's yours. Oh,
Well, they're going to sing 2 yellows.
Oh. All right, yellows, you're up.
Yep.
That's a hard shot in anyone's language. Yeah. Oh, come on. First time he plays a good game of pool. This is a stitch up, it's got to be. Tough shot though.
Oh,
Oh, you, yeah.
good shot. First one of the game.
Well, I suppose I could make room in the shed for it.
That's a hard shot though, bro.
Well, mate, I'll just quickly sink that one. Obviously, come back for this one, and then on the way back, if you could just have a beer on the table, it would be really lovely. You might as well start walking now, to be honest.
That's 2 shots. 2 shots.
Oh, you're gonna need them. Bugger. All right. So do you want to need this?
Yes.
Good on. You get one more shot, mate. Make it count. Good hit. Oh, what's? Oh, this is
a really hard shot.
This is a tough one. Oh! I was going to try and stop it with my hand.
That's a hard shot too.
That's a hard shot. Well done, mate. You deserved it. Oh, keys are in it.
She's mine.
Well, you know what's worse than losing a G60 in a bet? It's now my shout as well. He's loving this thing. He's absolutely loving this thing. Well, my shout. That sucks. Came so close as well. You know, I wanted to have the video, to be honest with you, but it would have been nice to have a year of free beers off Graham. That would have been good. Look at him, he's so stoked. Good on him.
Well, there you have it, folks. I am now the proud owner of one of my dream cars, an original 1977 G60 Nissan Patrol, one of the first cars to open up Australia. I got big plans for this old girl, but you're just going to have to wait and see. For now, I'm just going to enjoy driving it. Catch yous later.
Be like, oh. Yeah, put your nipples in this one.
That's weird.
It is a bit odd. Yeah. We just found the socket.
It's a king chrome. She's a beauty, mate.
In the mud.
That's a 10. And
So close.
you know what? Yeah, you always lose your 10s. We just found a 10. Take your back to scratch. Be careful.
And my seat won't go down. Whoa! Oh no.
Nah, that's deadly. That's deadly.
I don't have the flexibility. Beautiful watch. This is not going to end well. It can't end well. There's no good solution. You're officially in the market for a G60.
100%.
Well, yeah, you could aim a little bit higher. If you worked a bit harder, mate, you get yourself.
I get an MQ.
Oh, an MQ would actually be pretty cool.
It would be.
Oh! Stop it! Stop it! I found it.
Why are you doing that?
Oh, the blood's running to my head.
What's happening, Graham?
I have no idea. Strangest thing I've ever seen.
All the blood into my head. I found the 14 though.
Oh, you dropped the 14.
14 in the bog roll.
That'll happen in the bog hole.
Nice, 14. Those guys. Goodbye.